Hey there, Tilray traders and investors. It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also, the channel that was created by a retail investor for retail investors and home to the best MJ community. It's Friday. It is September 6th. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing awesome. In this video, we're going to be discussing Tilray brands. We're going to take a look at a bear flag. We're seeing more confluence, so more signs pointing to downward momentum, and we had bear flags across the sector. We have death crosses across the sector, so it's not looking too hot. I just did a video yesterday on CGC and ACB, so Aurora and Canopy, and they were down almost double digits today. So the whole sector continues to bleed out. So we'll take a look at that bear flag in the target. And Tilray brand CEO Irwin Simon also said that hemp drinks will be ready soon. Before we get to it, make sure to smash like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As always, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor, and you should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. And shout out to all of the channel members. We've got a ton of new members on the channel with member-only videos and a bunch of other perks. So thank you very much for all of the support. I really do appreciate it. Also, if you want to follow us over on X, formerly Twitter, the handle for that is @GroupPow. I'm going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And they're going to be launching the X TV app, which is in beta at the moment, to compete with the likes of Netflix and YouTube. So exciting times. Also just launched a bunch of new product drops on powmerch.ca. So again, powmerch.ca, you can get your TLRY gang shirt. There's a bunch of stuff there, but if you just go to powgroup.ca, and that'll take you there. You can also go to pursuitofwealthgroup.com and then just click on merch. So it's powmerch.ca, and you can just go here, click on apparel, and then shirts. There's ton of stuff on there, but the MS sweatshirt, Tilray, and a bunch of hats and everything as well. So if you want to check that out, appreciate all of the support. So here's the interview that I posted yesterday. This was a Schwab interview, and he says about to launch hemp drinks in the US as well, which is their Delta 9 formulation. So we know they have #1 market share here in terms of beverages in Canada, and this is going to be a huge segment. They also just acquired 4 craft breweries from Molson Coors, and it's making their footprint a lot bigger in Texas, which is where the hemp drinks, if you remember the earnings call that I posted and the review video, it's going to be starting in Texas and New Jersey, these hemp drinks. So it's great to see that they have that distribution, all those distribution points sorted out, and there's over 50,000 just from the Molson Coors acquisition alone. So I think things are about to heat up in a big way over the next few weeks, but as of right now, we are not looking good, and I just posted a video a couple days ago that this was Tilray September takes a toll. So Tilray Brands did some analysis. There was a descending triangle there. In order to confirm it, it needs to break 150. But historically, September is not a great month for stocks, right? That's why they call it September. And into October, they usually call it Uptober. And we'll see if we go up in October. So we'll see what happens. I think there's a good chance that we're going to start to reverse in the broader market. SPY was weak again today. So again, headwinds to the sector. And what is the rule of thumb? If SPY is down 1-2%, expect individual names to be down, 2-3% more than that. And if it's a high risk sector like, crypto or MJ, we could see anywhere from 3 to 4 times, right? They'd be down 3 to 4 times the amount. So if you factor that in, it makes a lot of sense, right? SPY was down over 1% today, almost 2%. So some names down, between 4 and 6% in the MJ space. So that would make sense. So obviously, like I said, I didn't think that the most likely scenario on Tilray was the descending triangle confirming, because the only way I could see that happening is if SPY were to lose 500 and really start to see some significant downside. That's possible. I just don't think it's the most likely scenario. I'll probably put it at around 30%. But then we look at the chart on the daily time frame and we get more confluence. Confluence just means, we've got multiple signals, indicators, patterns pointing to the same outcome, whether it be upside, downside. Markets can do one of three things, right? Up, down, sideways. And right now we're getting a lot of signs and signals and clues that we're teetering on the brink of more downside. So here's the bear flags. We have our high, low, lower high. It was a very weak bounce. We didn't even get above the 0.32 fib there at 176. And then once we lost the low here at 165, that confirmed the daily bear flag. And then you just take your measured move there from the high to the low and then move it out to your 0.382 fib. And it's saying we're targeting about 149. If we were to lose 149, that would confirm the descending triangle that I mentioned in the previous video. And that would not be what we would want to see at the moment, because that typically breaks down. It's typically very bearish. So it's a bearish continuation pattern where you see a series of lower highs and a horizontal line of support. And then more often than not, you usually break down. Whereas the opposite of that is an ascending triangle where you have higher lows and a horizontal line of resistance. And then generally we break to the upside. So we're seeing the opposite of that. But in order to confirm it, we need to lose 150, right? So again, we're just looking at 150. If we lose 150 with follow through, then the measured move on that is 76 cents, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens here with the broader market. We have a ton of catalysts that are looming with the sector with regards to rescheduling. Florida, Trump, multiple campaigns more than likely going to be pumping it into the elections, right, as close to the election as possible. Tilray has hemp drinks, excise tax could be improvement here in Canada. He mentioned it again in this video as well, this interview with Schwab. I think the most likely scenario is that they will improve it. But again, stochastic MACD are bearish. We just lost the 10-week moving average. Not looking good here in the short term. So back below all of the weekly moving averages, the daily moving averages, we are gearing up for a golden cross probably over the next couple of weeks. So that's why I think, once we hit these daily bear flag targets on a lot of the other names as well, CGC was another one, and it's all about 150 on Tilray. But yeah, if we see these targets met, if we take a look at the Tilray bear flag, I think we're due for a very big bounce soon. So I think Canopy was targeting 411, and so factoring in post split, you're talking about 41 cents, and then on Tilray we're factoring in the daily bear flag target of 149. So I think that if we do get back down to around all-time lows on Tilray and we hit $4. Or a slight flush of $4 on CGC, I think we're going to see a massive bounce across the sector. But like I said, I think downside is limited here into the elections, and Q4 usually typically a good quarter for the stock market. Election year is usually a good time for the stock market as well. And then October generally a good month as well. So we'll see if September, we find a bottom over the next couple of weeks, and then into October, let's see if we can start to reverse it. But like I said, I think we're due for a pretty big bounce soon. If we do hit that bear flag target of around 149, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a 10 to 20% jump. So it could be a nice swing trade there off of 150 as well with a tight stop. So just some ideas there. And not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but like I said, it's unfortunate. I wish I had better news. I wish it was daily bull flags. I wish I was coming on here and saying it was ascending triangles and bullish continuation patterns, but unfortunately that's just not the case. But I'll definitely be nibbling if we did below 150 USD on Tilray and Nasdaq. So going into there, like I said, happy Friday. Eventually the charts will change. Eventually I'll come on and I'll have some bullish patterns and signals and indicators to share with you. But at the moment, the only good thing right now really on the chart is the golden cross, which could happen over the next couple of weeks. But even if we have a daily golden cross, sometimes it can take weeks, if not months, to play out. So just because you have a golden cross doesn't mean we're going to the moon tomorrow, or a death cross doesn't mean we're going to the basement or falling off a cliff tomorrow. So yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. Don't hate the messenger. Like I said, I'm just the messenger. I'm reading what the charts are saying, trying to keep an unbiased opinion. But going in there, once again, happy Friday. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.